at all times. Any unattended baggage will be removed and may be destroyed by security services. Mind the gap between the train and the platform. Mind the gap.
Hello everybody, welcome to a Dad Rail stream. We're doing Linke Rheinstrecke today, in my bad German accent, starting in around about 6 minutes. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this live stream. We will be starting on a run from Koblenz down to Mainz in around about 3 minutes' time. Please have your drinks and light refreshments ready.
Passengers are reminded that smoking is prohibited at all stations and on all train services. This includes e-cigarettes. This is a safety announcement. It is not permitted to cycle, skateboard or rollerblade within the station building.
Hello everybody, how are we all doing today? Great to be here. The stream is slightly delayed, but we're not doing too bad. It is fantastic to be here. It has indeed been a while. Who have we got? Pig and Bob, Yorkshire Pudding, Laserjet, Officially Charles, Train Driver Sam, Bluegrass, Mike Hock, hello, how are you doing? Train Geek. Sophie, Mrs. Time Lords, it's great to see you. Sorry I haven't been on for a little while, guys. Those of you who are in the Discord server will know that work has been absolutely flat out for me. But that is no excuse, I guess. Who knows? But we do have a new Train Sim World free release. We have the long-awaited, bad German pronunciation coming up, Linke Rheinstrecke route. Extremely bad pronunciation there, I know. So we're going to be giving this a little go today and seeing how we get on. So the plan is we are going to have Alex in the stream with us a bit later on. Now, those of you who have been following me for a while and see my other German streams will know Alex is a fully fledged German ICE train driver. However, he's currently at work driving real ICE trains, so it is going to depend on what time he gets finished as to whether he can join us or not. Now, I'm sure you know German trains are always on time, they're completely superb, the railways are brilliant, so he's definitely going to be here. Nothing could possibly go wrong. Yeah. On that note, before we jump in, all the views and opinions expressed within this video are solely my own unless otherwise stated, and they may not reflect those of any companies I may be employed by or associated with, and you can tell I am completely out of practice because I've got no idea what I'm saying. So guys, if this is the first video you've seen by me, then my name's Richard and I am a freight train driver based in the southeast of England and a former passenger train driver. I've got to tell you that Dovetail Games have given me this route completely free of charge, but all the views and opinions are my own. I'm under absolutely no obligation to tell you I like it if I think it's complete and utter nonsense. I have played it and I do actually like it, but spoilers alert. There we go. Okay guys, we are going to be having all of the usual features.
Let's play Locomotive Livery Location.
2 rounds of locomotive livery location queued in. Hey, Jason's become a member. Thank you very much, Jason. Yeah, 2 rounds of locomotive livery location queued in. First picture by Samuel B. Second picture by LW Rail. And we're going to be playing that as we go along today. If you haven't seen the game before, then you'll get the hang of it, I promise. So, without further ado, let's jump into the game, and then we can go through the chat, see if we can answer some of your questions, and get your opinion on the new route. So, to the trains. Choose a route. Right, what are we doing? There we go, that one there. And we're going to jump into the BR103. So I've ridden this route in real life. Last year I was in Germany with a couple of other guys from the Discord server, and with Alex actually, who's hopefully joining us later. And we rode the Rhine Valley left line from Mainz up to Koblenz. It's a beautiful line. It's normally operated by the Stadler Flirt. So one of the things I do want to do is get the Flirt from the Surzy Lersen. Yeah, I can't speak. You know the other route. Get the Flirt from there and get it into here. Although it's completely the wrong era, it should still be quite good. We're jumping to the BR103 and we'll do a we'll do a full length route. That one's drive this service from Mainz to Koblenz, 5:14 departure. Yeah, we go for that 6:40 departure there because I want the lighting to be relatively good because it is quite a pretty line. We'll keep dynamic weather turned on, but last time I had dynamic weather turned on, it got foggy when we got down by the river on the nice bit of the route. But we'll turn it on and see what happens. Crazy Plays, yeah, the Flirt Freeze run on this route nowadays, I do believe. CEO of the Class 700. I can't possibly comment on that. Neither Train Geek. Oh crikey! Have I revealed something I shouldn't have done? Okie dokie. Okay, guys, let me know if you want the volume level up, down, or you're indifferent or anything else with it. Like I say, I do have to fiddle around with it a little while, so if it is a bit too quiet, then we can turn it up. And we are in at Koblenz. The beautiful loco. My first dealings with these locos was actually in, if you play Transport Fever, Transport Fever 2 in particular, then these locos are in Transport Fever 2, and they are workhorses. These are really powerful locomotives. So let's jump in. Let's get it set up. Hopefully I can get this moving, and we'll have a little drive on the route. I'm going to do it with PZB turned off, and the reason I'm going to do it with PZB turned off is because if I turn PZB and C4 on, I'm going to end up stopping about 100 times. Because I find when you've got PZB turned on, you've got to be concentrating so much on what's going on out the window. If I'm looking at a live chat, I'm going to miss a speed restriction or a signal, and we're going to come up in a heap. So That's why we're going to leave it turned off. Right, let's see if I can get this thing started up. Brake on. Okay, right. Unlock doors. Right, I think it's working. I think we're doing all right. Let's get some lights on as well. So we've got our... There's a main switch up here for lights. Normal, reduced. Desk light on. We'll put that on because it looks quite nice. That's the tap changer. It's this switch here that I can't get the focus on. Master lights. There we go. Okay. We have lights. Pan is up. Yeah, we got the throttle wheel design on here, which is quite interesting. I do quite like the throttle design. I was speaking to someone the other day who's actually driven one of these locos with the kind of steering wheel configuration, and apparently it drives really well. So, right, lock doors, okay. I am completely out of practice streaming, guys, as you can probably tell. I haven't done a stream for around 2 months, and I'm all over the place, so I do apologise. Hopefully the quality of the stream will improve as we go along. But no guarantees, because it is a Dad Rail stream. Okay, right. Brakes off. Let's go. That's not my red light. We're looking at signals on the left. Notching up. Come on. We're off to Bingerbrook. Platform 202. Interesting. Right, come on. We're going. Train driver Sam. Do you have to keep your hands at 10 to 2? Excellent. Right, we are off. The thing I'm watching as we notch up. There's the ICE1 service coming the other way. Fantastic. So there are 2 ICE1 services on this route as well in the default timetable mode, and we'll probably do one of those when we go back in the other direction, because I'm hoping when we do the other direction, Alex will be with us, who obviously signs the ICE1s. Yes, as we're notching up, what we want to do is make sure we don't come right round into the red here, because if we come right round into the red here, so right round to 50, we're going to end up blowing the circuit breaker. And it's all going to go pop and bang and crash, and it's not going to work. It's not going to like that at all. Okie dokie, I do have a bit of an issue going on with this route, guys, and I haven't seen this in other live streams. This is an issue that I've got with the route. All of the trees up in the distance look very washed out and very white. Now you can see you've got like white over to the right and then green to the left. This is a problem with my game. I don't think this is a problem with the route, because I haven't seen it on other people's live streams today. I was watching the British Ace stream earlier and I didn't notice it on there. I think the build that I've got isn't an up-to-date build, and I think that's why it's doing that. So if the trees look a bit jarring and the colours look a bit off, that is nothing to do with the route. That is either my settings or the version of the route that I've got installed. I need to do a forced update to it. So yeah, I do apologise for that. Right, let's get this thing going anyway. Here we go. Here we go. Bluegrass, Deborah, you should make a video on the Romneyhive and Dymchurch Railway when it is back to green. I went to the Romneyhive and Dymchurch Railway, Bluegrass, a couple of weeks ago, and I did have a little go on Samson, I think I'm allowed to say that, which was very good. Thank you, Bish. Okay, right, let's get this going. We're good for 130 kilometres an hour. So guys, has anyone else caught any of the other streamers doing this route today? What do you think of it? Has anyone got it? Does anyone plan on getting it? I do like German stuff. I don't play a lot of the German stuff, but I do really like the German routes. I'm off to Germany in a couple of weeks actually, but unfortunately I won't be riding this line. But yeah, I do like the German stuff. Spicy pepper sauce, are you planning to get SimRail when it's released? I'm going to be very interested to have a proper play. I played the demo a little while ago, which looked promising, and I've seen some of the stuff that other people have been doing, and it does look promising. So, certainly one to watch out for. Certainly one to watch out for. Exploring all UK stations, hello, how are we doing? Laserjet, Deborah, are you going to stream West Cornwall Steam Rail Tour pack that released on Tuesday? Yeah, we certainly can do. We can do that at some point, not a problem. Yeah, you can see that issue I've got with my trees off in the distance there. It's really jarring. But like I say, guys, that is an issue with my settings or my version of the route. That is not a route issue. I mean, this is genuinely a really nice route to drive. There's some freight services on it as well, which are quite nice. And again, this is just personal bias. I would like to have seen this in the modern era because I want to see the ICEs going up there. I want to see the flirts going up and down there. I want to see Vectrons and stuff like that. But completely and utterly personal opinion on that. It's a really, really nice route. Very well done. Coos the Aviator, do these routes work on Train Sim World 2? No, I don't think they do. I don't think they do, no. Train Geek, I've got it, but I haven't played this route yet. Yeah, I've had this for about the last 3 or 4 days. I've done a couple of runs on it, and like I say, genuinely, it's pretty good. Yeah, someone was saying about tap changing there. JLS plays. Only thing I like about tap changing is it's easy to maintain speed. Yeah, that's a pretty good point. Because you've got so many notches, it is kind of easy to find a notch that suits the speed you need. This route has got quite a lot of speed limit changes on it, though. Sort of only 10 kilometres here and there, which makes the route a little bit more interesting to drive, I guess. But you do have to have your wits about you, especially if you're driving with a HUD off and you've got PZB on and you're relying on the line side signage. So no doubt we are going to have probably tea and biscuits with the manager quite a few times during today's stream. Yeah, exploring all stations. Not too bad, thank you. Not too bad. Train Geek, faults on the West Cornwall local steam pack, anyone? 156 Andrew, I will stop flirting. Yeah, the Stadler family of trains. You have the Stadler Flirts and the Stadler Kisses. The Kiss and Flirt. I don't really want to think about what their next train's going to be called. Coos the Aviator. Train Sim World 2 routes are compatible with Train Sim World 3, but 3's not backwards compatible with... I don't believe it's backwards compatible. Don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. Yorkshire Pudding, could you turn on PZB for a bit of fun? Do you know, yeah, my issue with driving with PZB, I've learnt to drive with PZB. It's a complicated system to learn, but once you've learnt it and you have a solid drive with PZB, it's really, really rewarding. My issue is, if I'm driving PZB, I've got to be focused on the window. I've got to be checking every signal. I've got to be checking every speed restriction as it comes up. Because if I miss one, bosh, the brakes are going to come on and then, yeah, it'll be tea and biscuits with the manager. So, whilst I'm streaming, reading the live chat and trying to sort of keep track of everything else, I won't have it on for that reason and that reason only. Same with CIFA, because if I go into outside view, it'll probably start firing off CIFA and then we'll get some emergency brake application kicking off. Trainsman from Berkshire, Stadler also makes the Stadler smile. Ah, see, we're seeing the Stadler the family. The Stadler smile, the Stadler flirt, the Stadler kiss, the Stadler... Who knows what's going to come next? I think they're having a laugh, you know. Okie dokie. You've got the control wagon there on the back of the other loco. They're quite fun to drive in this route. Alexander Johnson, hello, how are we doing? Yeah, CEO of the Class 700. I don't hate the PZB. I really enjoy driving with PZB, but like I said, my focus has got to be 100% on what's going out the window. If I'm reading a chat, then I'm going to get boshed by it straight away. Yorkshire Pudding, Stadler Love to the next level. It could be the Stadler Love, yeah. The Stadler Divorce, says Jason. Oh dear, oh dear. Stadler Wedding, says JLS. Yeah, who knows? Oh, look, it's getting foggy. This is really annoying. I should have turned the dynamic weather off. I should know better than that. Right, there's a 110 restriction coming up. We'll get the tap changes down to 0. Now, the brakes on this do seem So I put it into minimum. They're really, really harsh. I don't know if that's realistic. I haven't got a clue. But the brakes do seem really strong on this. They take quite a while to release as well, which is good, because that's what I would expect on loco hauled stock. So if we release the brakes there, I've released them at 112. And we're still losing speed, going downhill. So you do have to think about driving this. You do need to get your brakes in, get your brakes released a little bit earlier so you don't lose too much speed like I've done there. Once you've mastered it though, it's a really nice loco to drive. Hey, Richard the Train Spotter and more. Haven't seen you for a while. How you doing, bud? Crazy place. There's also a Stadler Wink. William Grassbury, Stadler One Night Stand. Love it. And if you're talking about UK Stadlers, it'd be Stadler Rail Replacement Bus Service. That, yes, spicy pepper sauce. That is nice how you come down by the river and you get the fog. It's frustrating because the route is really, really pretty and you can't see it. But yeah, I suppose down by the river it's going to be prone to fog, so you would kind of expect that. Trying to keep the speed up, trying to keep going. Okie dokie, what have we got on this next signal? So we've got a black background with the yellow writing, which is a warning for 100 speed coming up. So we're doing about that. We'll just shut the power off. We're going uphill. Keep a little bit of power in, just so we get to 100 and try and hold it there. Anakin Hung, how are you? LaserJet wants to see the Discord. Yeah, we can do the Discord, LaserJet. Let's see if this works. There we go, guys. If you want to post anything in the Discord server, we're in the live stream pictures page, and you'll find an invitation link to that in the description below. And there's the commencement of our 100 speed restriction, just going through now. Love the horn as well. That's quite nice. Looking at the pantograph animation there, the way the pantograph's bouncing up and down with the wires, that's pretty neat. I am liking that. That's pretty neat. Have we got sparks on the pantograph though? Let's shut off the power and see if it... Yeah, the way the cantina is going up and down, that's really quite cool. If we power up, will it spark? Are we going to get sparks? Yay, spark! I do like the sounds on this as well. I do think they've done a good job with the sounds. Jason, how many coaches am I hauling? Good question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Have we got a control car on the back, or is it just a... No control car on the back. We are speeding though. We're going up to 130 in a second, so we'll just shut the power off. I'm not taking tea and biscuits for that. Okay, guys. It's been 2 months since we played a game, but I think it's about time we did.
Post your numbers now for locomotive livery location.
Matty Meerkat, what do you think of the upcoming routes for Train Sim Well 3? To be honest with you, Matty, I'm not going to say anything because I'm not sure what has been publicly announced and what hasn't. So I'm not going to go and accidentally say something I shouldn't say, just in case. So, yeah, like I said, I'm not 100% sure what's been publicly announced, so I'm going to stay tight-lipped on that. Bluegrass, PZB wouldn't have knocked me out for that because I believe unless the speed restriction is below 80 kilometers an hour, you haven't got to acknowledge PZB, so it wouldn't have knocked me out for that little bit of overspeed. Right, what are we reckoning numbers-wise, guys? Doobie-doobie-doobie-doo. We go with the third number on my screen, which is Sam Brooks, number Yes, Sandbrooks, number 13.
Let's play locomotive livery location.
Okay, guys, if you haven't seen the game before, I'm going to reveal box number 13. You've got 10 seconds to give me the locomotive livery and location of what you see underneath. Any ideas? What can you deduce from that? Crazy Place, publicly announced was Midland Main Line, Peak Forest and Nidlertabahn. Ladies and gentlemen, Midland Main Line has been announced. That's good that that's been announced, because some of you might have seen that I've already got that installed. I'm not going to make any comment on that at all, because I'm not allowed. But I am looking forward to being able to play it. Come on, let's get the power in. Climbing uphill. JLS Place, no third rail, so it's AC. Yorkshire Pudding says HST. Officially Charles, Class 43 Castle Set, Bodmin Parkway. JCO2 says a 458. Crazy Place says track platform on a roof. Sandbrooks is going HST on the Cornish Main Line. Laserjet's going HST. Spicy Pepper Sauce is going GWR HST Castle Set at Reading. Oh, I'm speeding again. Right, so I've got to remember to there's the 110 restriction. I'm going to release the brakes right there. Oh, we're still losing way too much speed. Jason, you appear to have a cat sneaking behind you. Okay, guys, so for those of you who remember the cat saga, you may remember a few streams ago, many streams ago, I had two cats. I had a cat called Mimi and I had a cat called Squishy, and I wanted to call the cat Simba. think way back, and we kind of come up with the fact that this cat was going to be called Simba McSquishyface or something like that. Anyway, I may or may not have told you, Squishy run away. If you had my wife looking after you, you'd probably run away too, so she's sitting behind me. Sorry about that. the cat done a runner. The cat ran away. However, I'm pleased to report, or maybe I'm not so pleased to report, my other cat, Mimi, has just had kittens, 4 of them. And we are keeping one of them. 2 of them. 2? We're keeping 2 of them. And one of them... Pay attention to your train driving. Look, I've locked the power out now. One of them is going to be called Simba. So I got my own way. Okie dokie, right, so because I've blown the power, I need to reset. Do I need to reset the circuit breaker? Okay, so no, I don't need to reset the circuit breaker. When you drive the other loco on this route and you blow the power, you have to go down to main breaker and reset the main breaker. But I don't need to do that on this, so we're off. We're off. All cats are Mimi. Leo Low. No tea and biscuits. No tea and biscuits. What, for speeding? It wasn't that bad. It was only a little bit. It was only a little bit. The other thing that and again, this is completely and utterly personal opinion, I think the viewpoint in this locomotive is a little bit low. I'd like the ability to stop speeding. Would be good, wouldn't it? I'd like the ability to raise the seat up a little bit. That would be pretty cool, so I can sit a bit higher. I just think we're sitting a little bit low, but that is completely and utterly personal preference. Come on, just going to let the speed roll back. Yeah, reset MCB, Train Geek. TR9, how are we doing? Crouchy Tiger had Hidden Adam. Hi, Danrail. Do train drivers ever speed? I would say Crouching Tiger, Hidden Adam. Contrary to popular belief, it's certainly not 90 coming up. It's certainly not in the real world common practice for train drivers to speed. We are subject to random downloads of the train's on-train data recorder. And if you're caught speeding on the on-train data recorder, it's very, very much tea and biscuits with your manager. So it's certainly not commonplace to do so. JLS, one more time speeding and it's tea and biscuits. I can't get this braking right. The brakes take such a long time to release. Stand away from the edge of the platform. Penguin, some train simulator trains like the 37 did let you adjust the seat height. Yeah, I was talking about this with someone the other day, Penguin, and I believe you could adjust the seat height. However, oh, that was a bit weird. Yeah, look, the tree issue over there, that's... You could adjust the seat height, however, it didn't actually change the viewpoint, I believe. What have I done here? I've done something very wrong here. Right, let's close that main circuit breaker. Close. Can I get some power back? Was there a neutral section or something? Come on! Oh, there we go. Power's coming in. We're getting there. It's working. Yeah, that tree issue is really annoying. I need to fix that. Richard, could you please call your kitten Sigma? CEO of the Class 700, reset the pantograph if you ain't taking power. Did you mean the main circuit breakers? I think my pantograph's alright. No, we're not calling the kitten Sigma. Mum Ralph says no. DET, no, I believe the tree issue is the build of the route that I've got, because I've watched other people stream this today and they're not getting this problem. So I don't think this is a route issue. This is a very much a me issue. So I've got... I have had a play with settings. So when we come out the tunnel, I've got... I'll show you what settings I'm using. So I'm on 3840 2160 full screen ultra. On advanced settings, I've got everything turned up ultra. Shadow quality hasn't got an ultra. Some of these haven't, but everything that is ultra is on ultra. And yeah, so I'm pretty sure that what I'm seeing is because of my particular build of the route that I've got going on. I think I needed to force an update. Crazy Place, what's your favourite station along this route? It's probably got to be... Oh, crikey. Fulda. Not Fulda, Koblenz. And the reason I say Koblenz is because I've been there in real life and done a bit of spotting at Koblenz. And I saw at Koblenz Stadtbild, which is like Central Station. Is it Central Station Stadtbild? Yeah. I saw a German Class 266, which is like a Class 60, UK Class 66, which was quite nice. So this is a really, really nice route to go on. Matthew Rice, have you been driving the Class 73 recently? As recently as the day before yesterday, Matthew. JLS, I dated an American freight route. I'm not overly into the American stuff, JLS, to be fair. I find it's not particularly... I mean, I'm not talking about Boston Sprinter or anything like that, but in terms of the freight routes, like Sherman Hill and stuff, I find it a little bit boring to drive, if I'm being honest. It's very much open the throttle, sit there and watch the world go by. Which is pretty much what freight driving is anyway, if I'm being honest with you. But yeah, I find it a little bit boring to do on stream. Sandbrook Stadtmid City Centre. Thank you very much, Sam. That's the one. That's the one. Jez Davies, I'm looking forward to Midland Main Line. I've used it as a passenger for over 40 years. Yeah, like I say, I'm not going to make any comment on it because I'll drop myself in it. So I'm saying absolutely nothing. Yeah, it's good to be back, Jez. I've been busy with real life and working and all of that good stuff. So yeah, it's good to be back as well. Crazy Players, I'm only a fan of the US passenger routes like Harlem Line and Boston Sprinter. I haven't streamed either of those on the channel, Boston or Harlem Sprinter. But we certainly could do. We could visit those. That wouldn't be an issue. Some of the towns and the cities on this route have been very well done indeed. It's got some really beautiful night lighting on this route as well. We will do when we do a run back in the other direction, we'll try and get a dusk time run. Is there anything you guys want to see in particular on this route? Is there anything you want me to show you? Do let me know. I'm at your disposal. Yeah, train route, Haftenbahnhof is main station, absolutely. So I'm heading over with a couple of colleagues, I say colleagues, more friends than colleagues now. Heading over to Germany in about 4 weeks' time. Going to Hamburg, to Miniature Wonderland. Then we're going to be taking an ICE from Hamburg. Now, people who are fans of German stuff and know a lot about German railways, we're taking an ICE from Hamburg to Wuppertal to go on the Dangley-Bahn, as I call it, suspension monorail. What ICEs are running on that route? We really want to get on an ICE 1. Are we going to be lucky on that route? Sam, just saw some passengers walking in the track. Oh, it's not good, Sam. Crazy Place, the N-Wagon would be nice. Yeah, we can have a look at that. Laserjet, the cuckoo clocks. Okay. Yorkshire Pudding, what I need is full thrash and exterior camera coming out of Bingerbrook. Remind me to do that and I will. Crazy Place, Miniature Wonderland. There's a 120 warning coming up. I saw it. Yes. Miniature Wonderland is excellent. I'd highly recommend it to anyone. You can do it in a day trip from the UK. You can do it in a day. I've left my brake release miles too late again. DT, is it me or was like 3 German routes released in the last fortnight? Not that I know about. You've got this one and then I think there's the Niederlebahn or something like that, which I think is, I don't know when that drops. Anakin, is German use fixed block signalling? I believe it is, Anakin. We will hopefully have Alex, who's a German ICE driver, joining us in a little while in the stream. So he will be the person to ask about that. Yeah, train route, the Wuppertal Schwiebahn, that's the one. Schwiebahn. Really looking forward to that. Keith Jones has become a member. Thank you very much, Keith. Very much appreciated. Hey, Sam, you can, if you're not working those days, come with us. It's going to be other train drivers there. It's a train drivers trip to Hamburg, Wuppertal, and then Cologne, and fly back to the UK. Send me a message in the Discord, Sam. Right, Bingerbrook. Is it Bingerbrook or Bingerbrook? I am really bad with pronunciations. 13 kilometres away. Let's attempt to get a flyby shot. I've got all the safety systems turned off, so I shouldn't get boshed. Nice. Okie dokie, 12 miles to Bingersbrook. Let's play a game.
Post your numbers now for locomotive livery location.
Let's get some speed in as well. We've lost a lot of speed there. DET, so my roster changes at work, we go onto our summer roster as of next week, end of next week. So hopefully I will have a little bit more free time for streaming. I have actually recorded the first in my Train Driver Rules series of videos as well. It is recorded. I just need to find time to edit it and get it out, and they will be coming. Those of you who are channel members, if you check the Discord server, I put a list of all the potential forthcoming videos in there. Matty Meerkat, are you the only one that struggles with the the miles per hour to kilometre per hour speed? Absolutely not. That gets me every single time as well. Especially when coming into stations, I find adapting my speed can be really challenging and really difficult to do. So yeah, no, it's definitely not you, bud. Definitely not just you. I think in real life it's probably a lot easier because you've got that sense of inertia. But obviously when you're driving on a simulator, you're just relying on your dials and the world going past. So yeah, it's definitely not you. That is something as well that I've found. Okie dokie, guys. What are we reckoning? I'm reckoning we get some braking for this 120. Right, release. Come on. I was expecting to see quite a lot of barges as well going up and down the river. I haven't seen anything. In real life, there are barges galore on this river carrying freight traffic. It's a bit weird because you see the barges and they have like little cars on top of the barges as well. So I presume what they do is the captain of the barge or the crew get on at location A, take the barge to location B, and then jump in their car and drive it back again. It's pretty cool to see. Right, 8.3 kilometres. Let's do locomotive location livery. DET train. No, sorry. Apologies. Yorkshire pudding, number 17.
Let's play locomotive livery location.
Give you box number 17, guys. 10 seconds for that locomotive livery location. Crazy plays in Dovetail. I think they are usually ICE2s. Shall have to wait and see. Definitely have to wait and see. Boeing 82, how are we doing, bud? DT trains a shed. Anakin says multiply or divide 1.609 to change between kilometres and hours or miles and hours. Sam Brooks has gone GWR HST at Camborne. LaserJet says definitely HST. Officially Charles is going class 43 set at Bodmin Parkway. Yorkshire Pudding is saying cross country HST. Tradesman from Berkshire is going with ScotRail 43. Yeah, I've kind of offset the picture a little bit to make it a little bit more difficult. I will admit to doing that. Yeah, the tree and the texture issue just... Again, if you are just joining, that is a me issue, not a game issue. The trees and the textures. Yeah, crazy plays. I think the ICE1s, you've got power cars both ends, haven't you? I think the ICE2, you've got power car one end and the power car at the other end you can sit in, I believe. And of course on the ICE1s, you've got like the large... is it Border Cafe or something they call it, like the buffet car? Just saw a barge. Oh, I missed the barge. No, gone. Right, 4.4 kilometres to the station. Yeah, Boeing 82, I've been on, we have two rosters at work, so we do 6 months on a summer roster, 6 months on a winter roster, and our winter roster's really full on. So I've been, basically because I have kids at home, my streaming time's quite limited. I've got to stream in the evenings. So I've been sort of stuck on late shifts and night shifts for God knows how long. So all my days off have kind of just been spent resting. There's a barge. Oh hey. All my days off have just been spent resting, so that's why I haven't been streaming so much lately. Dadrow, you just went through a car. Yeah, I'm almost certain I need to do like a forced update on the route. I think that the version I'm driving isn't the most up-to-date version. I think I'm missing a patch or something. Ah, there's the M-Wagen. That's a nice drive. Still 2.6 kilometres from the station. Because of the way the route curves around, it kind of upsets the kilometre marker, because I think this is sort of as a crow flies, and because we're sort of twisting and turning all the way around, it gets a little bit upset with it. Oh, we've got some adverse signals. Okay, green on the main, and we've got green and one yellow on the distant. Now, my knowledge of German signalling isn't great, but if anything's got yellow on it, that just means slow down to me. I think there is a set speed that we're supposed to go down to with the green and one yellow. N-Wagen. Yeah, we'll just go slow. We don't want to spad. Hashtag spad round. That would be tea and biscuits with the manager. I would not be able to blag my way out of that one. Definitely not. We'll have a, once we stop at the station as well, we'll have a quick look around the loco. Right, there's lots of yellows on that. That is definitely yellow on the distance. So the next one I'm definitely expecting to be a red. So if I was driving with PZB turned on, I'd now need to get my speed down to under 45 kilometers an hour before we go over the 500 hertz magnet. But because we don't have it turned on, we don't need to worry about that. Right, let's slow down. Oh, crikey. Okay, we're doing weird and wonderful things. Maybe the yellows mean like we're changing tracks or something. Yeah, I'm coming in really slowly here. This is driving very gingerly. Something's beeping at me. I have no idea what's beeping at me, but something's beeping at me. Oh, it's not too bad. Let's release that so we can stop on a rising brake. Always want to stop on a rising brake if you can. I might need a little bit more brake to stop it spadding. Yep. No, I'm chickening out. More brake. That wasn't too bad. We made it. That wasn't too bad. Okay, straight air brake. Full on. Open doors on the right-hand side. Okay. We've got about 5 minutes here. Let's go for a little wander. Let's have a little look around the engine. So, you can venture into the engine room. However, you can't walk down, which is a little bit frustrating. So you can get out the side. Not that side, there's a track there. But you can't walk down, which is a little bit frustrating. But it's not, you know, it's not the end of the world. I like the weathering in the cab as well. You know, you can see these are well worn and well used, which is really, really nice. Yeah, again, you can't. I got brake distributor cut-offs on the bogies. That's pretty good. So that means you can actually isolate the brakes on the loco, which would be interesting. It does look nice. It's a nice looking loco. It really is. Explore the IC wagons. Yeah, let's go and have a little look in the wagons. I'm hoping, like I say, when we go to Germany, we're going to be around Cologne, Dortmund, Essen, that in sort of the northeast, northwest of the country. I'm hoping we're still going to see some of these wagons about, because there is some older stock in that area. Of course, I will be vlogging it. There will be a video coming. So the wagons, they've done a really, really good job of. Unlike the Rivet Games Edinburgh Glasgow, you can't unlock the doors when you're going along, which is quite good. You can still open them on the offside, but... So what have we got? We've got parking brakes, which we can apply and release on the wagons. That's pretty cool. We have got panels. What sort of interaction level have we got? We've got to be able to turn the lights on and off or something. No, it doesn't look like we've got anything on there we can interact with. No, I don't want to give up control. Yeah, which is all pretty nice. Temperature control and everything. It's really nicely modelled. Yeah, the wagons are looking really, looking really, really nice. I'm safety notices and everything there. Brake gauges, yeah, it's no toilets yet though. We can't get in the toilets. Let's just walk through the whole train down to the back, then we go up to the front. So guys, I think the fact that I've got a complete and utter lack of passengers is a pretty good indication that I've definitely got the wrong version of the game installed. Although I do have passengers in this wagon. I do need to do a forced update. Loco Class 66, having handbrakes in the passenger compartment feels a little bit unsettling. Yeah, Sam, I guess they could. The passenger could just come along and apply the parking brake as the train's moving. That, probably, yeah. However, you don't seem to get the malicious acts over there like you get here. People here would just do it for the sake of doing it. But over there, people seem to be a bit more level-headed about stuff. Can't get in the toilets though. Still can't get in the toilets. And we've got nice first class coaches. That's nice. That's nicely done. Very nicely done. Door open, door close. Yeah. Got another carriage of first class. The lighting levels seem really nice as well. Are we at the back of the train yet? We've got to be at the back of the train. There's a lot of first class compartments in Germany. Are we at the back of the train? We're at the back of the train now. There we go. Yeah, and you can't open that and get out, which is as it should be. So that's really good. Oh, it was almost a stop short there, guys. Oh, that's precision for you. Precision. Yeah, really nicely modelled. British Ace, how are we doing, Joe? I was watching your stream earlier on this route. I've got an issue, Joe, with the trees and kind of being washed out, and I think I'm not running the current. I didn't notice it on your version. I don't know if you were streaming on PlayStation or PC, but I think I've just got the wrong version of the game installed. I don't know if you've noticed. You can see off in the distance there the white trees. I don't know if you've noticed that on yours. Okie dokie, we're off. Yeah, that was good, Sam. I'll take that stop. That was all right. Oh, we've got a fast one going around the corner. That's why we're still waiting on the red. Hopefully the signal... We'll lock the doors. Hopefully the signal is going to come off. Fingers crossed it is going to work. Denied. Wait for signal to change. So hopefully when that one's disappeared around the corner, where is it? There it is. Once it clears the block, hopefully we will get the signal. Yeah, it's changed to green. Okay, that's good news. I was getting a little bit concerned there, but it's changed. We're good. We're off. Okay. Right, okay, release. And we're going to release the loco brake. Take a bit of power and off we go. British Ace were a little in certain conditions also found a red light issue. Oh, okay, I did catch a little bit of your stream earlier, but I didn't notice it as badly as I seem to have it going on. We are off. Crazy place, you should maybe close the door of the loco. Ah, don't worry about that. It's how we drive our 66s with the doors open. We are off. Okay, we're off to Mainz. Mainz, I'm guessing that's how it's pronounced. 27 kilometres away. And then, like I say, we'll do a return run. Someone wanted to see the N wagon, the control wagon. Hopefully on the return run, Alex should be joining us. But I think we'll do the return run in the ICE1, and then we'll have a little around the control wagon. But we'll attempt to do the return run with PZB on. DET, this is a Dovetail Games route. I believe this is the first route that Dovetail have released in a little while. I think the previous releases have not been Dovetail. But I'm pretty impressed by it. There doesn't seem to be a great deal of... Maybe it's because I'm not in a German community as such. But there doesn't seem to be a great deal of negativity towards this route. Everyone seems to be pretty happy with it. You know, I've got no idea how accurate it is, whether the train's spot on, whether the sounds are good or anything like that. But it's certainly an enjoyable drive, and it's a good one. DET, yeah, the last one was Birmingham Cross City. I think you're right. It's pronounced Mainz. Minz, says DET. Okay. Right, there's a 16, which is 160. Let's just whack it open. Someone wanted a full flash flyby shot, which I completely and utterly forgot to do. So, are we going to get bold? Looks like it's wheel slipping as well, which is quite nice. I've got all the safety systems turned off, so we're just going to stand here for a minute. Yeah, look at that wheel slipping. It's nice that we got a bit of wheel slip simulated. I like that. Okie dokie. Bluegrass says locomotive livery location time. Do you know what I reckon it is?
Post your numbers now for locomotive livery location.
Yeah, Sam, the clocks are quite a nice touch. DT, are you riding the Class 313 Farewell Tour on the 29th of April? I'm going on it. £62 for an adult, which is a lot, but it's going to charity. Yeah, I probably won't be, to be fair. I have a little bit of a confession to make. I've never been on a rail tour. Bit of a busman's holiday. Yeah, I've never done a rail tour. Penguin, do you ever drive with the cab door open on a loco in real life? Yeah, the outside door, quite commonly you drive with it open, because they're only like very thin anyway. So these kind of inside doors, this is like your bulkhead door, which has got your rubber seals and everything around it. The outside ones are just kind of metal body shell doors that don't really make a huge difference to the sound or anything. On a 66, that is, anyway. So yeah, quite often you just forget to shut it or it comes open. Okie dokie, what do we got? Locomotive livery location. We are going with Matty Meerkat, number 12.
Let's play locomotive livery location.
I think we're doing well on this one, guys. Come on, 10 seconds. Locomotive livery location. Tell me what you're thinking. What could it be? What could it be? Where could it be? I'm absolutely not speeding while you're looking at the screen. Let me know your thoughts. We're going to wrap this one up when we get down to... I'm just going to call it Mainz. Yep. Once we get down there, we're going to wrap this one up and we're going to do our second round of locomotive livery location. So for me, this bit of the route that we're going over now is, I would say, is probably the boring bit of the route. we've got 20 kilometres on this bit, but 160 kilometres an hour, that's not going to take very long at all. It's giving us 22 minutes to do it, but I reckon it's probably going to be a bit quicker than that. What are we reckoning then? LW Rail says cross-country HS2 at St Austell. Penguin says GWR HST at St Erf. Yorkshire Pudding is going GWR HST somewhere in Devon and Cornwall. Maxwell, how are we doing? Might be St Austell. Pig and Bob is going with a cross-country HST. See, now that's quite disappointing. We've just had another train go past us, and there wasn't like the train passing noise wasn't there. JLS plays, what is the most boring route you've been assigned to? So, my least favourite route to drive in real life is a route that's known as the Wall of Death, or the Sutton Loop. So for me that's like Tulse Hill to Tulse Hill via Tooting, Wimbledon, and round what's known as the Sutton Loop. That's just horrible. Pell Brogard, have you noticed any flicker on the left-hand side circular lights, like the Seafer one, on the N wagon or cab car? They are severely bugged in certain. Okay, no, I haven't, but we'll have a look in the M wagon, and we'll certainly have a look out for that. DT, is your window closed? Yes. Do you want it open? Sutton Loop, yeah, definitely. Maxwell wants to look in the Discord server. Go on then, Max, as it's you. The Ancient Temple of Asus. Brilliant. Like it. And Fat Frank at Corfe Castle there. I am off to... Yep. I'm going to Swanage. I'm going to the Diesel Gala in May. If anyone else is going, I may well see you there. Who knows? Yeah. Be heading down there. Train driver Sam, can't be worse than 8 Windsor Sloughs. Oh, I don't know, Sam. I've never done Windsor Sloughs, so I suppose I can't really comment. Sam Brooks, I prefer the Sutton Loop to the Hounslow Loop. Sam, I do the Hounslow Loop as well. To be fair, I don't do it in a loop. I just go round it and then down towards Feltham. I don't have to loop round to Whitton and back to London. So, I'll actually be doing... I'm doing the Hounslow Loop tomorrow. I'm working a train from Eastleigh to... I'm working a train from Eastleigh to somewhere tomorrow. I know it's big around the Hounslow Loop. Come on, let's get some power in. Let's get this thing going. We're good for 160. $39 notches on the tap changer. That's pretty cool. These things are very powerful locos. Yeah, 13 kilometres, and it's saying it's going to take us, you know, 18 minutes to do it. That I reckon we're going to be early. What does HBF mean? Loads of stations and name that. HBF is short for Haptenbahnhof, which is like the main station, or like the main interchange station. I'm sure someone's going to correct me. It's not central station, it's like Stadtmitten, it's like city centre. I think that Haptenbahnhof is like the main station. As Sam Brooks says, yeah, thank you very much, Sam. The tradesman from Berkshire, why is German signalling speed signalling and not route signalling? No idea. In a way, it's actually a better system than what we use, because with the speed signalling, once you understand it, you can virtually drive to the signals and you don't have to have any route knowledge. Indeed, in Germany, as I'm sure Alex will tell you, they don't have route knowledge in the traditional sense. They drive solely off of looking at the mileposts that you see going past. And this screen here, now, there's a little bit of controversy with this, because the era that this route is based in, I'm not sure that this technology here would have been fitted in the locomotives. I think this is a little bit too modern for the era they've modelled. Now again, just my opinion, I don't know for sure. But in real life, this is GPS linked, and this has got like a moving map on it. And it tells you all your upcoming speed limits, your stations and everything, all by kilometre markers. If you haven't got that, before they'd have like literally maps that were stored in the back of the train. Somewhere. Yeah, they just carry maps, and you can drive by route maps, solely by route maps, which is quite interesting. So in a way, it's a slightly better system. I do think it's more complicated, but once you've mastered it, it's all right. Hugh F, will this route be available on PlayStation? Yeah, absolutely. I believe it's already been released on PlayStation. Hey, Lawrence Adams, how are we doing? Good evening. Good evening, beautiful people, says Lawrence. Good evening to you, Lawrence. Yeah, this bit of the route, like I said earlier, is just, it's pretty dull, if I'm being honest. The bit up from the last station, Bingerbrook, up to Koblenz is the nice bit of the route. This bit is a little bit meh. Yeah, Sam, so you basically have a HUD in the train. Exactly that, yeah. Yeah, exactly that, Sam. So we've got all these green lights. Let's play another round of our very popular game.
Post your numbers now for locomotive livery location.
Yeah, DET trains. See, I like a lot of what they have released. Some of it's been a bit buggy, but it's got a lot of potential. But I do see where you're coming from. Yeah, I got the smiley face there. I do see where you're coming from. Yeah, Loco Class 66, thanks very much for joining us, bud. No worries. Hope you have a good shift tomorrow. Yeah, Lawrence, I do have to do another stream. There's 100 coming up. Let's shut the power off. I do have to do another stream on the Edinburgh Glasgow because it has been updated, and a lot of the things that I picked up on that stream have been fixed. So I do need to, I do need to be fair to the devs because I wasn't exactly kind in my opinions. I was very critical of it. So I think it's only fair that now it's been updated that I jump back into it and have another go and sort of, give another opinion on it. So yeah, definitely will be doing that at some point. Who have we got? Pig and Bob. Number 15.
Let's play locomotive livery location.
Okay, guys, going to give you number 15. 10 seconds, please. Locomotive livery. Does that help with your location, guys? Does that help with your location? It's good that you weren't kind. They deserve the criticism. I like to think that I'm fair because I in all fairness, I was saying that the route looks absolutely lovely, which it does. It's a very, very good looking route. Right, let's see if we can get this speed off without actually losing too much speed this time. Right, let's release it there. Come on. Release, 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 release. Nah, it's almost like the brakes are in goods timing, so they're very slow to release. Sam, that station, that has a station sign. What on earth does the sign say? I must admit, I didn't notice that. That's my error. Sam, I think it's Camborne. Couldn't possibly comment. So the white light on the distance signal there means we've got reduced distance to the next signal. My knowledge of German signalling isn't perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but we'll give it a go. Doesn't help that I've got the HUD signals turned off on the HUD, really, does it? That's probably not particularly helpful. Right, we've got a green on the main signal, the 45 degree, that's basically a distance signal. So that's telling us that our next signal is going to be at danger, so we do need to get the speed down. I told you we were going to be well early, didn't I? Look, it's saying we've still got 12 minutes, unless we're going to sit on the signal for ages. Right, release that. Release that, come on! What is that beeping I'm getting in the cab, guys, when I'm approaching a red? Does anyone know? I'm guessing it's some sort of safety system, but I've got no idea actually what it's doing. Bluegrass, we'll jump in the Discord once we come to a stand at this signal. We're now approaching Mainz. Come on, keep going. LW Rail, Dad Rail, have you ever driven a rail tour? No, I haven't. When I joined Freight, I lost my passenger competency, so I'm no longer competent to drive passenger trains. So as it stands at the moment, I'm not going to be driving Freight, not going to be driving passenger trains for a while. However, that could change. British Ace, the beep indicates you're at 30 kilometres an hour. Oh, that's good to know. Creeping up to that red. Like I say, we'll do the ICE service going back the other way, and then we'll jump in the N wagon and do a couple of stations in that, because it is quite nice. I'm hoping it's not going to make us sit here for ages. For some reason I've turned the cab lights on because I've hit the wrong button. Okie dokie. We're on a red. So I've stopped a bit close to the signal there. In real life, in the UK anyway, you want to aim to stop about a loco length or a carriage length away from the signal. So that's probably a little bit too close there. I'm guessing we're waiting for something to come out the station. Let's jump into our free camera mode and go and have a look. Are we waiting for you to depart, I guess? You don't have a driver. What one has the signal? Nothing has the signal out. That's interesting. It's going to make us sit there till time. I do like the fact that the yard's quite well populated. That's a nice touch. Denied. Wait for signal to change. Gregory Allen, have you driven a steam train? Until very recently, Gregory, I would be saying no. But I have had a little drive on one at the Romney Hythe and Dymchurch Railway. So technically I can say yes to that now. Although it was a loco and not a whole train. Yeah, okay, right. Let's have a look in the Discord server whilst we are waiting. Really? Hey, Bluegrass has got the Romney Hythe and Dymchurch up there on Roblox. That is something I'm going to be playing, guys, the Romney Hythe and Dymchurch on Roblox. And I'm also now a official content creator for British Rail on Roblox as well. So I'm going to be doing a lot more on that. We've got the road. We got the road. We're in. So the 8 on top of the signal, for those of you that don't know, that's not telling me we're going into platform 8 like it would in the UK. That's telling me our speed is limited to 80 kilometers an hour. However, if we had PZB turned on, approaching that signal, we would have had a 500 hertz magnet, which means we wouldn't be allowed to go more than 25 kilometers an hour now until that had timed out. But because we don't have PZB turned on, we don't need to worry about that. Right, I'm going to purposely whack it open and blow the breakers. Because it sounds nice. Oh, it doesn't work on this one. Oh, it's jumping around all over the place, the ammeter. On the red one, that loco there, and I'm really bad with German loco, so I don't know exactly what it is. But on that one there, if you blow the amps, it pops and bangs, and it sounds quite nice. Lots of wheel spin. Lots of wheel spin. Wheel spin's been really well modelled on this. And I'd done a freight service as well, which was quite heavy, and it was interesting trying to get the thing moving. Really, really, really well modelled. Yeah, Sam, so effectively you've got no idea what platform you're going into. You just follow the signals. Same when you come up to junctions and stuff. I believe there is some form of route indication. I believe there is some form of route indication as you come up to some junctions and some stations. But yeah, generally speaking, you don't know where you're going. It's all the signalling's done. It's speed based, not route based. So red, 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 red. Oh, we've overshot the stop mark. Oh, stop. Doors on the right. So there we go, guys. That is the route. There's a coach in darkness there. Is that like a shader issue going on there? Ooh, okay. That's... hello, darkness, my old friend. No, don't sing. That's interesting. It's probably just very dirty. Oh dear, oh dear. I thought there wasn't any bugs in this. Okay, is it going to let me end the scenario? That is the question. Let's press that. Lawrence Adams, in real life, your duty would tell you what platform you're coming into. Hey, Josh Bridge has become a member. Welcome, Josh. Okay, so your diagram will tell you the platform, but obviously I'm assuming things can change. Ghost car MP4. The coach, I guess, caught fire and burned out. My driving wasn't that bad, was it? Hey, we got a gold medal. So it can't have been that bad. That's not too bad at all. Not too bad at all. We'll take it. We'll take it. Right, let's do a run in the ICE. I'm just going to have a quick look in my Discord server to see if Alex has messaged me. Oh, okie dokie. Okay, guys, I've just had a message from Alex. Unfortunately, he will not be joining us in the stream tonight. He's just said to say he is currently running about 30 minutes late on his train. That's going to be a little bit too late for us tonight, unfortunately. Yeah, it's what I was saying earlier. You know, Alex is if you haven't seen my streams before, Alex is an ICE train driver, and he's on shift today. And everyone's kind of got this image that German railways are fantastic and everything in Germany always runs to time and they're brilliant. The proof is there. Alex is driving ICEs and he's half an hour late. So yeah, there we go. Which is a little bit of a shame, but we will get Alex into the stream definitely on some of the German stuff, because his knowledge and his input is really sort of invaluable. So to the trains. We'll go back in the other direction and then we'll call it a night, because I'm hungry. I've got to have some dinner. I'm having a pot noodle. I know. It's classy, isn't it? Okay. Timetable. Should we do the I'm debating. Nah. Do you know what? We won't do the ICE. We've done the ICE a few times. We won't. We will jump straight in the N wagon. We will jump straight in the N wagon, and we're gonna do a run. I don't want to do the whole route. I just want to do half the route. Drive this from Mainz to Bing. I want to do the other end of the route. Let's put Koblenz in the search bar. Drive this passenger service from Bingen to Koblenz. Yeah, that's the bit we want to do. I wanted a bit earlier in the day, though, because I wanted to see the lighting's really, really nice on this. Mainz to Koblenz. No, I don't want to do the whole route. I just want to do half the route. What about an evening run? Have we got an evening run? Boppard to Koblenz. There we go. 21:13. So if we put that in, what do we reckon? April 21:13 should do, and that's a 21-minute run, guys. And then we'll call it a night on the stream then. Because unfortunately Alex won't be joining us, which is a little bit disappointing, but you know, real life and all that. Yeah, we'll see what the lighting looks like in this. If it's a little bit dark, we'll load out and we'll come back. I said earlier German trains were superior. Yeah, I mean, the lighting in this is pretty nice. That's a little bit too dark. The night lighting is gorgeous, don't get me wrong. The station lights work. Check out Edinburgh, Glasgow. Okay, so if we do... That's RB6048. So that's that service there. Hey, Josh Bridge, new subscriber. Welcome, bud. We'll put it in July. Let's try July. I think that's going to be okay for lighting. If July doesn't work, then we'll just go with it. Penguin.
Post your numbers now for locomotive livery location.
That's still quite dark, isn't it? We'll go with it. We'll just run with it. We'll run with it. Okie dokie. So, reverser handle into forward. Brake key on. Unlock doors. Unlock right. Okay, let's try and find all the lighting now. Pantograph, brake release, and instrument lights on, because they look really gorgeous on this. Desk lights, signal lights, normal. Instrument lights on. I thought we already done that one. So have we got lights on the front of the train yet? Nope. There we go. Perfect. Wait until 21:15, so we got a little bit of time. Okie dokie, Pig and Bob with number 9. This is your last one, guys. We're going to do a reveal right after this.
Let's play locomotive livery location.
If you haven't seen this before, guys, box number 9. Locomotive livery location. Headlights are on the panel behind this crazy place. Look at that, guys. We are also going to put... Let's be brave. Let's be really brave. There's Sifa. PZB on. Where's the Sifa control? It says there, but I can't actually click any of these, which is a bit weird. Okay, we'll keep Sifa turned off, because Sifa's just irritating anyway. Right, lock doors. Let's go. We'll see if we can manage this without any incidents. Cab lights off. The lighting is lovely. Okay, right. This is where nothing's going to work for me. Right, brakes off. There we go. Okay. The one thing I really like about this is when we pull away, we get... Because you're being pushed by the loco at the back. What's going on? Run up. Come on. What am I doing wrong? Why is it not running up? Am I in forward? I am in forward. Okay. Oh, I knew something was going to go wrong. Okay, right. Okay. Main circuit breaker close. I've got my brake key in, haven't I? I've released all my brakes. There we go. I love that kind of little jolt because obviously you're being pushed by the locomotive from behind. So that's really nice. Okay, we can't go too fast because it'll bosh us. There we go. We've released it. Right. We're off to Spey in 5.2 kilometres. I do like driving this. This is a nice drive. Hey, baked potato, I'm good. How are you? That's my signal there with a yellow on it, so I'm going to acknowledge my PZB as we go past. Am I? Am I not going to acknowledge it? Is that not my signal? Okay. It would normally tell me to acknowledge it, but it didn't. I have no idea what's going on. I'm just making up as I go along. Do I have headlights on? Apparently that is headlights on. Okay. I don't have tail lights on. Yeah, I can't see where I'm going. That's pretty realistic if I'm being honest. Doesn't necessarily make for good streaming if you can't see where you're going, but we'll go with it. We'll go with it. Okay, let's get some power in. I am going to have to check to see if my... Good for 110. I'm sure my headlights can't be working. Yeah, it says headlights are on. Right, fair enough, okay. We'll roll with it and see what happens. You can see the reflection across the water there. Yeah, it's a little bit annoying that it's so dark. Crazy Face, don't think you need to acknowledge it since you were at 40 km/h speed limit already, but I don't know. When you turn a German train on, German noises. To be fair, I quite like the night lighting on this. I think they've done a really good job of it. When you drive trains at night, the headlights on the trains are so other people can see you, not so where you can see where you're going. And I do like the instrument lights and stuff. I think it looks really, really nice. It does. Okay, so we'll be at Spey in 3.5 kilometres. Whilst we are getting there, let's do a reveal on our locomotive livery location.
Post your numbers now for locomotive livery location.
No, don't post your numbers because we're going to do
Let's
a reveal.
play locomotive livery location.
There we go, guys. So thank you very much to Samuel B for sending this picture in. Let's have a reveal.
It's time to reveal today's locomotive livery location.
And that is a Great Western Railway HST at Camborne. You can just about make out the green on the front of it there. So well done to everyone who got that right. And I know there was a few. There was a few that got that right pretty early on. So well done to everyone for that. Crazy place. If this route was set in modern day, there would be 22 stations because of Boppard Sud. Sud is south. Yeah, see? Know a little bit of German. 2 green lights on the distance signal. Perfecto. 1.9 kilometres from the station. We shall get a little bit of braking. Davidoff. Davidoff, member for 4 months, level 1. Thank you for your support, Davidoff. Hey, CEO of the Class 700 has sent a £1 super chat. Thank you very much, bud. That is very much appreciated. JLS, I'm a noob because from America. Ah, excellent. What part of America are you from, bud? Okay, I think we need to get some braking, although we've still got a kilometre to go. Yeah, CEO of the Class 700, notification coming up there. Thank you very, very much, bud. Let's see if we can successfully stop this. We haven't had tea and biscuits yet with the manager, but we do have PZB turned on, so the stakes are a bit higher. I'm hoping the station lights are working, because otherwise I'm not going to see this platform. Although we do still have half a kilometre to go. Oh, I'm just coming in way too slow. Like, overly cautious. Way too slow. There we go. The sound effects on the brakes on this. Yeah, look, I'm going way too slow. The sound effects on the brakes on this are lovely as you come to a stand. So baked potato, PZB is the German safety system. So basically, it's as we go past cautionary signals and approaching red signals, it's going to supervise my speed. I'm going to put the brakes on and be quiet so you can hear the sounds, because they are really nice. I like that. I do like that. Oh, I haven't turned the lights on inside the train. Bad driver. Okay. Right, let's see if we can attend to all these sorts of things. All right. Okay, right. We can sit in the guard's compartment. That's quite nice. Does the guard have the lighting control? No. Yeah, I have to try and find the lighting control, because I really don't know where it is. I'm guessing it's going to be in the end wagon. Is it on the back cab wall, maybe? Yeah, headlights is on there. Destination board light on. Cab lights we've already got. Battery testing. My cat's meowing. Any idea how to turn the train lights on, guys? What's that up there? What do we got? That's the battery, which is on. I mean, not that it matters. The passengers can sit in darkness. I mean, I'm really not too bothered about that. So, there's going to be something. I'm missing something. Definitely missing something. Definitely not in the guards compartment there, is it? Which is kind of where I would expect to find it. So he's got like a thermostat, but no lights. Okay. Right, never mind. It doesn't matter. Never mind. They're only passengers. Dadro, have you ever been to America before? Yeah, I went to America many years ago to... I've done the whole Florida Disney thing. Oh, what's going on here? It's kicked me out again, isn't it? I'm not doing very well here. I think my circuit breaker's gone. Main circuit breaker. Close. There we go. If you give this too much power, it trips out really quickly. Right, we are off. Off to Rennes, platform 1. Let's get going. CEO of Class 700, no problem, Dara. I love your enthusiasm, passion for trains, and your content. Keep it up. Thank you very much. Yeah, I do. This stream today has been a bit all over the place, guys. As you can tell, I'm way out of my comfort zone with German stuff, and I haven't streamed for 2 months, so I'm a little bit rusty. We can sort of see where we're going now. So yeah, I've done something. Or maybe not. Gregory Allen, I think there is a Disney in California as well. We've done the Orlando, Florida experience. I think there's one in like Tokyo as well, and Paris. There's a few across the world. Mum rails behind me. So we've got Rennes and then Koblenz. So yeah, not much longer on this one. See if we can get to the end of the route without tea and biscuits with the manager. I shall be well and truly happy with that. We'll see if we can get a decent station stop as well at the next platform without kind of just coming in really slowly or shooting through it. Let's see if we can get it half decent. I do like the sounds on the N-Wagen as well. It's really nice. Obviously, you've got no motor sounds because it's just a control car, but I do like it. Right, let's hold it. Hold it there, notch 10. Mum rail face reveal. Hey, she's been in a few videos. Right, see, I'm a kilometre out doing like 127 kilometres an hour. To me, that seems really fast. So I'm going to like drop a little bit of braking because it does seem like I'm going way too fast. LW, I'm contemplating taking a day off school to ride on the Flying Scotsman. Oh, it's a kettle. Okay, yeah, no, we're going to end up overshooting. Come on. Oh, the brakes are remarkably good. They're like, come on, more. Oh, look at the leaves kicking up on the platform. That's cool. Oh. Well, we didn't come in too slow, but everyone's spilt their coffee. Do you see the leaves blowing around on the platform? That is pretty neat. The animation's just kind of looped there, but it's still pretty cool nonetheless. It's still pretty cool. We are running a minute late, so we're doing well. Deutschbahn is doing well tonight. As we know, Alex has been delayed by Deutschbahn driving real ICE, so we're doing better than the real railways. We're only 1 minute late, not half an hour late. Okay, right, let's try not to overload it as we power up. It's working. Right, 8 kilometres. We're off to Koblenz. Let's rock and roll. Very hard stop, bad stop. It was a terrible stop. It was an absolutely terrible... It was atrocious. But I did think we were going to overshoot, so... That was a... sort of stop, wasn't it? That was a... Oh, look, sound effects. Yeah, I forgot about the sound effects.
Emotional damage!
I know, I forgot about those. So guys, there are 63 of you lovely people still here who are putting up with my terrible streaming technique this evening. So if you haven't already, guys, please do hit that like button, consider subscribing. That would be absolutely fantastic. JCO2, no worries. Thanks very much for joining us, bud. Yeah, so from my perspective on this route, it's good. I like it. I haven't seen a great deal of criticism come out about the route. I think they've done a really good job on it. As you know, I tend to be quite brutally honest about everything. Check out some of my other videos, but yeah, no. Kudos where it's, you know, credit where it's needed. Yeah, good job. Let's see if we can make some time up. Let's get this notched up. Yeah, JLS plays. That's very kind of you, bud. Today has been a little bit... The quality of the streaming today is questionable. Like I said, I'm way out of my comfort zone with German stuff. And I haven't streamed for 2 months, so I'm just coming out with all the excuses I possibly can. The lighting on this is... Other than the fact that I can't turn the train lights on, but that's my bad, because I don't know where the button is. The lighting and the reflections are really well done and really nice. I think the cab lights look really, really good. Baked Potato, have I got the new steam route? Do you mean the West Cornwall local? Yes, I have. I've only had a little go on it, and I went straight through the platform at St Earth because the brakes are not very good. Yeah, I will do a stream on that one at some point, guys. Hopefully next week. Hopefully with the roster changing, I'm going to be able to get back and do more frequent streams, because I do enjoy doing them, and I do miss not doing them. Yeah, we can certainly jump on the West Cornwall local steam. That'd be pretty cool. I have invested... I think it's the best word. I've invested in some Armstrong Powerhouse add-ons for Train Sim Classic as well. Northern Princess Productions, if you are still in the chat, I knew you were earlier. If you are still in the chat, you will be pleased to hear that I will be playing some of your scenarios very, very soon, because I believe I now have all of the requirements. JLS, average dad rail excuse. No excuses necessary, JLS. No excuses necessary. A DT, yeah, new Intercity update on British Railways coming out soon. Okay, guys, right. Have I got to acknowledge this one on my little PZB thing? There we go. Right, now I've got to get the train speed down to under 85 rather quickly. Actually, I need to keep the speed coming down, because I've got to expect the next signal to be red. Which it isn't. But it is green and 1 yellow. So we're still under the supervision of that 1000 hertz. So basically, guys, you go over the 1000 hertz magnet there because we have the yellow. If I don't slow the train speed down to 85 kilometers an hour within a set period of time, the emergency brakes are going to come hard on. So as we go past this, I'm going to have to press page down to acknowledge the PZB again, because it'll pick up another magnet because we've got restricted signalling. And we've got to assume the next signal is going to be red. Approaching a red signal, you want to be no more than 45 kilometers over the 500 hertz magnet. If you're doing more than 45 kilometers an hour, it will boss you. However, I believe the red's going to be at the end of the platform, so we're probably okay. LW Rail, I can't comment on anything, unfortunately. Yeah, coming into Koblenz now. And we'll get the 500 hertz magnet. I believe it's located about 250 meters from the signal or something like that. And if we go over that, like I say, if you go over the 500 hertz magnet at more than 45 kilometers an hour, it will boss you. There you go. See, it's changed to 500 at the top. 500 hertz at the top. And if my speed now goes above 45 kilometers an hour, it will literally just put the emergency brakes on. Where's the stop marker? Where is the stop car marker? Where is the stop car marker? Is there? I don't think there is a stop car marker. Okay, well we'll just go with what the HUD says. JLS, I will definitely, because a few people have asked me, to be fair, JLS, so I will definitely jump in and do some American stuff in the very near future. There's so many things that I want to stream that people have asked me to, and it is just finding time. But hopefully, with going on to the new summer roster, we get a bit more time off on the summer roster, so I will have more time for streaming, which will be fantastic. Brilliant. So, guys, I like the canopy at this station. Yeah, it's nice. Koblenz is a nice station. So, guys, let's press that one there. What do you think? Let me know, honestly, what you think of this route. Be really, really interested to hear your feedback on it. I like it. Like I say, German stuff isn't my first preference, but I do enjoy driving the German stuff, especially once you learn to master the signalling and the safety systems. It's a really rewarding drive. So, if you haven't already, guys, 65 of you lovely people watching, don't forget to leave me a like and subscribe. That would be brilliant. Now, I am not going to end the stream in the normal manner tonight. I've actually got a little something programmed in. So, I visited Germany back in 2022, and I went to Koblenz, amongst other places, and I went for a ride on the Stadler Flats up the Rhine Valley left line. And I vlogged it. I vlogged the whole thing when I went out there. So, what I'm going to do now, and hang around by all means or disappear, it's entirely up to you. I'm going to put the vlog on, and I'm just going to play the vlog. You can watch it, it's on the channel anyway. It's train driver goes to Germany or something like that. But if you want to see what this route looks like in real life, there's some real life footage on there. So I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. I am going to jump in the chat for a few minutes. So if you want to say anything, I will be in the text chat. But if you want to hang around and watch the next bit, you can do. Or if you don't, then that's fine. Thank you very much for watching. Social media channels, all that sort of good stuff, guys. I am going to love you and leave you, and I shall see you in less than 2 months, hopefully, in the next stream. Here we go, guys.
Hi guys, Richard here from Dad Rail. I've literally got bags underneath my eyes. It's that bad. It's 3:30 in the morning. I'm at Premier in Stansted, and we are going train spotting in Frankfurt.
An early alarm call never seems so bad when you're at an airport hotel, but after only 3 hours sleep, I was really feeling it. Nothing that a few strong coffees and the airport's standard Wetherspoons breakfast couldn't fix though.
Feeling a bit more refreshed now. I've had about 5 cups of coffee. Frankfurt, here we come.
Costing a little under £30 return, our Ryanair flights were great value. The trick with Ryanair is to always read the small print, and remember, if you buy a cheap wine, it won't taste like a vintage. The flight time was around 1 hour 15 minutes, and we touched down on time.
A couple of buses and a couple of trains later, and we've arrived in Frankfurt, and I am meeting up with Alex. Say hello, Alex.
Hello, Aaron.
Alex, if you remember from the Disconcern from my last live stream, is a train driver, and he's kindly agreed to be our guide for the day.
Well, I'm not too sure about the area around here, but yeah, I can speak German, so I'll definitely make sure we don't starve or anything. Yeah.
That's good enough. Should we go and find some trains? Let's go and find some trains.
Our day starts at Frankfurt Hauptbahnhof, that's Central Station, where you can see a huge selection of locomotives for multiple units, like these two Class 218 diesel hydraulic locomotives, nicknamed Rabbits. On a side note, I know these vlog type videos are not for everyone, so if you just want to see the clips of the trains with no music commentary or overlays, I'll post them in a separate video and link in the description.
Alex as our guide, we left Frankfurt behind and jumped on a train along the beautiful and very scenic Rhine Valley left line up to Koblenz. So we are on a Stadler Flirt free on the beautiful Rhine Valley left route. The Rhine Valley right route is primarily freight traffic, the left route is passenger traffic. Just picking up on some really nice features on these trains. Built into the table with your own personal litter bin. Koblenz is situated in western Germany on the banks of the Rhine and is served by many train services, including cross-border services to and from Luxembourg. Our flirt-free train, class 429 number 112, heads back to Frankfurt. Arguably one of the most successful trains of modern times, the Stadler Flirt is a common sight across Germany. We just got off our train here in Koblenz, been for a little walk around the city. It's absolutely beautiful. Come across this railway bridge. One of the great things about not having open train times or real-time trains or anything like that is you never know what's going to come along. Here's something familiar, the unmistakable sound of a Class 66, designated a Class 266 here in Germany. The locomotive's smaller loading gauge is evident here when compared against the wagons, not to mention the air conditioning unit on the roof. Really quite pleased with that. I drive those nearly every day of the week, so first one I've ever seen abroad. Really pleased with that. Good catch. We have ventured up to Koblenz Stadtmitte. My German pronunciation is getting better, but Alex has been helping me. That's the one. There is so much going on here, it's unbelievable. We are kind of getting a train every 2 or 3 minutes. I just don't know where to point the camera at the moment. There, see what I mean? Turn the camera off for a second and we got another freight. A popular locomotive and an increasingly common sight is the versatile Siemens Vectron. They can be seen in a multitude of liveries, hauling a variety of freight and passenger services across Germany. The locomotive can be built as either electric, diesel or dual mode and is designed to be easily reconfigured for the type of work and country that it is operating in. So we talk all the time about getting freight off the roads and onto the rails. Well, they have quite literally done that here. That is, as you can see, an articulated lorry chucked on the back of a railway wagon. Koblenz Stadtmitte certainly was very busy, but there was lots of the same coming through, so we decided to call it a day and headed back to Koblenz Hauptbahnhof to catch the train to our hotel in Frankfurt for a well-needed rest. Day 2 of our trip starts out once again in Frankfurt,
With our train ticket not valid until after 9 AM, it gave us a chance to have a look at the trams and a stroll around the city.
A short walk from Frankfurt Hauptbahnhof, that's Central Station, we find this lovely road bridge with great views across the yard.
That's a good catch. A Train Italia Pendolino on an international service from Frankfurt to Milan. This service operates daily, departing Frankfurt at 08:04 and arriving in Milan at 15:55, a journey time of 7 hours 51 minutes. Something that never ceases to amaze me with railways in Europe is just how open they are. I mean, this fence is sort of, I'm 5'8", just above waist height. You could almost hop over and jump on the track, but people don't. Nice Vectron there on a service to Fulda. But yeah, people don't hop over the fence. The common sense approach really seems to work in Germany, which is a breath of fresh air if I'm being honest. There are 6 main types of railway service in Germany. U-Bahn services are urban inner city metro services. Think London Underground and Manchester Metrolink. S-Bahn are suburban services, so think London Overground and Birmingham Cross City Line. You then have regional services, intercity services, intercity express services, and finally international services. Most services are operated by DB, but some states have their own regional operators, and there are a number of open access operators. It's important to remember that tickets bought for one operator may not be valid on another, and most operators will have separate ticket offices and ticket machines. Our walk around the city had led us to Frankfurt Süd, that's South Station. Our plan for today was to travel to Fulda, but not before seeing what Süd had to offer.
Right, let's go for a ride on a train down to Fulda.
Traction today on our RE50 service from Frankfurt to Fulda was courtesy of a Siemens Vectron. Fulda is located some 100 kilometres to the west of Frankfurt and is an important interchange station with the promise of lots of freight and passenger trains.
That was a very scenic journey behind the Vectron there. We're now down at Fulda. Freight traffic everywhere, and there's a nice big yard out the other side of the station. Let's see what we can find.
Tones from the driver and a nice spot. Anything with rods has got to be a win.
So one of the things that's very evident here in Germany is the larger loading gauge. Although the track is standard gauge, 4 foot 8.5 inches, the actual loading gauge is a lot bigger. Easily demonstrated here with these massive 80-foot container wagons.
Another great catch, a Class E40. 879 of these locomotives were built by various companies between 1957 and 1973, and there's still a few knocking about today. One of the best things about going train spotting abroad, or anywhere for that matter, is coming across something unexpected and sometimes unusual. Look what I've just found. It's a snowblower. They do seem to like a good wheel flat here. The amount of wagons running around with flats on is just crazy. In the 3 or so hours we spent at Fulda, we saw a great selection of locomotives in a wide variety of liveries. I would love to have been able to spend more time here. This is certainly one location that I would really like to visit again.
So we've only had a couple of days in Germany and I really like what I see railway wise. So who knows? Maybe it's time for a change of career.
Unfortunately, our trip in Germany was coming to an end, and it was time to board the train back to Frankfurt and onto the airport, this time courtesy of a Class 146. With the weather having been near perfect on both days, we managed to see a great selection of trains in Frankfurt, Koblenz and here at Fulda. Germany never fails to please, and I would recommend a visit to anybody who likes trains. In fact, maybe you want to join me on my next visit. Check the Discord server for details of Dadrail community events.
Well, I've had an absolutely brilliant couple of days in Germany, but all good things must come to an end. I'd like to say a massive thank you to Alex for showing us around, and a huge thank you to Dan and Rob for putting up with me for the last couple of days and for imparting their knowledge. Rob, who is sitting there just off camera. Germany, great place, can't wait to come back. Let me know what you thought of the video as well, guys. Let me know if you'd like to see more content like this, maybe from the UK or maybe from other countries in the world. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you have enjoyed this video, and as always, thank you very, very much to my Patreon supporters whose names are on the screen now. Until next time, remember, create, share and inspire.
Thank you for watching, everybody, and see you in